Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share the videos if it's something that you're interested in. Today we're going to be talking about keyboards. I got into mechanical keyboards probably about 2 years ago. One of my friends built one for me and I just fell in love with the clickiness of the keys, the tactile, how they felt, how they sound. I always make jokes and say, hey, when I'm using a mechanical keyboard, it helps me type my angry emails better. It's just something about that sound that is great. So like I said, my first one was custom made by a friend of mine. Unfortunately, I don't have that one here with me today. My second one and my third one I actually purchased from Newfie or Newfi, not sure how you pronounce that. But I have two of these. I have the Halo 65 in white and the Halo 65 in black. These keycaps I actually purchased from them as well, and they came out with the 90s retro keycaps. So that I switched these up a little bit. They're actually pretty cool. I love the color of them. There you go. I love the color of them and just kind of like the logos and things that they have on them. The keyboard also lights up. If you're familiar with the Halo 65, it does have the halo light going around it. This particular one does have I think it's called the silent spacebar or the quiet spacebar. So when you click the spacebar, it's not as clicky as the rest of the keys itself. It's a little bit more like a thud versus the click. But yeah, I love this keyboard. I love the keycaps. It's pretty easy to customize. The black one that I have, I use for work and it's actually at my office. But it has the standard keycaps that come on it. Now, I don't know all the details about, the different color keycaps, the kangaroo keycaps, what they all mean and what they all do. I just enjoy the mechanical keyboard. I like the clicky sound, and that's the gist of my knowledge. But for today's video, I actually purchased this keyboard here off of Temu. I wanted to see, kind of what it was like in comparison to the Newfie keyboard that I have. You can connect to it with USB-C as well. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. It has PBT ball keycap. I believe that's the keycap itself and how it sits and is curved and everything like that. It's 87 keys. I believe that this one is 70% keyboard because it has these keys over here. The Newfie 65 that I have is a 65%. It doesn't have this up and down and the arrow keys over there. So let's get into it. Here, yep, comes with the USB-C charger. Like I said, I got this on Temu. I think it was like 27 bucks. So it's really nothing to lose here if it's not a great keyboard. And if it is, then you got a really good deal. Now, I will say right off the bat, one thing that I noticed is the weight of the keyboard. So it's not as weighty as the Newfie 65. It's not as weighty. This is like I said, this is a 65% keyboard layout, and it's very weighty. It's got some weight to it. You can feel it. It does have the feet in the back, and it has two, so you can do it down, mid, and then you can also click it all the way up. So I do like that. It has the on and off switch here. It has the on and off switch, and it also has this off. You can connect it with the USB-C cable if you want to connect it there. And it has Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. You put it on that if you want to do Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So, and then this is the USB-C adapter that it comes with. So it just tucks right in here. Yeah, so I love this keyboard. I mean, I loved it so much I bought two. Now, one thing, like I was saying before, I do notice is that the weight between the two. This keyboard is bigger. The one from Temu is bigger. I believe this is a 70% or 75%. And even with being bigger, it's so much lighter than the Newfie is. So this one, you actually feel the weight of it. It feels quality, This one is very light. But let's see what it does. I do like, it has like that thud sound. The keys aren't quite as clicky as I normally would like. One cool thing about both of them is that the layout can be used for Windows or Mac. So let's connect it and see what we have. It looks like back here it has the on and off switch, the power for the USB-C. This is the different modes. You can use the USB dongle, Bluetooth 1 and Bluetooth 2. It also has the switches, the stands, I'm sorry. It has flat, the middle one, and then the highest stand. And the USB-C dongle is here. So this one is tucked under the stand there, which is kind of weird because if you use it sitting up on the highest foot there, I would imagine when you turn it over, yeah, it just falls out. So you're kind of forced to either use it flat or just on the lowest height setting. So that's one downside, but let's get it connected and see how it does. Be right back. Okay, so that took a little bit longer than it probably should have to set up, but I think reason being is because it doesn't look like it comes charged, so I need to get a little bit of charge. This cable only charges. I thought that you could connect it to your laptop using the cable, but you can't. It only charges. So your only option for connection is actually Bluetooth 1 or 2. It has 2 Bluetooth settings and the USB dongle. So now it's charged a little bit. I've been able to connect it via Bluetooth to my computer. What you see is that it does have some RGB lights. I think that you can change the lights. I know that you can brighten them, lower them. You can scroll through. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just brighten and lower. It doesn't look like you can actually change. Oh, there you go. So you can turn them off. You can leave them like that. And then they kind of like have that breathing feature where it dies down and comes back. That's pretty much it. It's really nothing great to it. Like I said, it's not that heavy. And because the USB-C dongle is underneath of the feet, you can't really stand it up all the way. My preference would be to stand it, much higher. Well, not really much higher, but it's a little bit higher. But because the dongle is stored underneath the feet, you really can't do that unless you take the dongle out completely, which is also an option. But yeah, I mean, it's not as clicky as the Newfie. The keys don't feel as tight, if that makes sense. They don't feel super loose, but they don't feel as snug. But for $27 or $28, I don't think that I've lost anything. I will keep it and use it as a backup keyboard. I do like to alternate the keyboards that I take to work and leave in the office. So maybe this will be a good one to leave at the office because I don't really care if anything happens to it, But I'll test it out over the next couple days.